Welcome back into Sports Connection. We got the Bears in the building with us, the Butler County Bears baseball squad. Head coach Mr. Bo West and my guy Mr. Duncan Tyree. Fellas, how y'all doing today?
Great.
Good. How are you?
Well, coach, officially first year head coach for the Butler County Bears. We always want to talk about the new head coaches and how they got to be the head coach. So for you, what was it that was the deciding factor for you to take over and become that head man?
Well, Butler County's home. It's good to be back home. Coach Butler asked me to come and help him last year as an assistant, and things happened with him with travel ball and new kids, and he had to step down. So he asked if I wanted to take over, and it's an honor, to be at your home and to coach your family and friends, and it's great to be back home.
Yeah, Bo, I remember when I got the news that you were going to be heading up there. It was bittersweet because you've been coaching my Cats for a while, doing a great job there at Edmonson County. But to be able to go back home to what has always been a rivalry, that's pretty cool too. So, I guess it just clicks it up a notch now. But had good success this season, and you guys right there above 500, eyeing this district tournament coming up there in the 3rd district. But we're going to talk to your guy on the mound here and find out a little bit about Tyree here. Duncan, how long you been pitching, man?
I've been pitching ever since I was in Little League. I mean, probably about 9, 10 years old when I started pitching. And coaches noticed that I had a little better arm than some other kids, so they just wanted me pitching.
He's got that pitcher stature.
Yeah, man, he's plays all over the field right now. But, you told me off camera that, pitching is what you love to do the most, man. When I looked at your stats, 8 games on the mound, according to KSSAA, man, I think 29 strikeouts and 21 innings on the mound, man. I mean, what an arm you have. What's the season been like for you, your junior year, not playing much last year and coming into this year, kind of stepping up a little bit. What's the season been like for you?
I mean, definitely taking the leadership role has been a big part of, starting this junior season for me. And I would say by far this has been my best year on the mound. Having a .98 ERA, that's impressive within itself. But I try to stay to my morals and stay humble, and I just go with it. And I remember I have 8 other guys behind me that have my back whenever I do mess up.
Man, you nailed it right there, Duncan. I mean, team ball, man, is the only way to get it done, Bo, right? And
Yes,
you preach team ball. You're a team ball guy. And, tell us a little bit about some of the other kids on this team and who plays big part each night.
Well, this has been a growing year for us. We had a lot of turnover. Lost 7 kids. We've had a lot of kids playing baseball, but the inexperience at the varsity level. And it's different when you're plugging in a couple of 7th, 8th graders here and there, but when you're plugging in 4, 5, 6 a game, you have your ups and downs. But you can only get older, and can get better, and experience helps all that. But we have a lot of guys that are trying to step up like Duncan, take leadership roles. Duncan is a yes sir, no sir guy. He puts his head down, goes to work. He doesn't complain. He doesn't point fingers. He's just a team player, and that's what we got to have. I mean, a lot of teams, have stars, and they can go off that. But I still feel like no matter where you're at, you have to have team bond. You have to have team chemistry. You have to have the team together, and just go to war together.
Coach, to be sitting at above 500. Your first year officially with this team, like you said, a lot of turnover from last year's team. I mean, you have to still be, proud of this team and where they at so far. For you at this point in the season, what is your outlook on where you all are heading at into, with district tournament coming up?
Again, we're still, I know we're at the end of the year, but we're still learning a lot of things. I haven't got to put in a lot of things because we're so young, and I don't want to overwhelm them with so much information. And it's all a process, but we're trying to, just like every other team, we're trying to compete and get better every day. We're trying to learn and grow every day, take the good with the bad, and grow and get better and try to be peaking at district time.
Duncan, how important is your bond with your catcher in a baseball game?
I mean, it's very important if you ask me. I mean, it's just you and him when I'm on the mound, and it's just him and me when he's behind the plate. I mean, we got to be able to work together, call the right pitches, know the situations, if there's runners on, if there's not, what can the runner do when he is on. And I got to you know, kind of remind him when I'm looking over and checking on when I'm on the mound what he should do. Should he try and throw him out, kind of intimidate him a little bit, or should I pick off more and throw him off some too? So I think the pitcher-catcher bond is important too, because you are the two main guys on the field when you're on defense.
Nice.
You know, Duncan, man, towards the end of the season here, I think you all have 3 or 4 games left in the regular season. Ohio County's still on there again. I believe Hart County and then one other game. For you, you know, where are kind of the strengths and weaknesses of the scene right now, where you all are doing really well right now, and then kind of, you know, some of the places where you want to improve a little bit before we get into district tournament time here?
One thing we can improve on, like Coach Bo said, I mean, we are a young team. We're not as experienced, and when we do make little mess-ups, now granted, yeah, you're going to mess up. I mean, it's part of playing sports. Regardless if you win every game or you lose every game, you're going to mess up. You got to be able to build up from that and put it behind you and go forward. And I think that's something we could all improve on since we are young and we're trying to get the varsity experience more.
Yeah, I played golf yesterday. I messed up at least 11 times.
That's it. That's right.
Those are all bogeys, so I messed up. Bo, man, let's put a bow on it like this. Back home, alma mater, skipper, you know, where you played. Have you gotten fulfilled this year with, you know, all the underlying factors? Has this been fun for you?
It is. It is. A challenge is fun. You know, losing hair and getting gray is fun. Dealing with kids, you know, it's a headache sometimes, but it's fun.
Sure.
You know, we sign up for it for this reason. You know, you try to grow our youth. We try. We all have, you know, our specialties in teaching and what we're good at. And this is my way to give back to my school and to our community, is to try to help our guys the way they helped me. And
I love it, man. Love it.
so,
All right, Duncan, I got the last question for you, man. I like to ask this question to a lot of the athletes. You know, for you to call this a successful season for you and your team, man, what has to happen?
I mean, we just got to know to have each other's backs. You know, not get down when we mess up, like I pointed out earlier, and just put it behind us when we do mess up and go forward. And we come out winners when we do that.
Absolutely.
Good luck to the Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all for coming in
thank
and
you guys
joining
for
us.
having us. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Well, don't go anywhere. We have more Sports Connection right after the break.